Today we're checking out the MP Concepts LED fog light kit in yellow for the 2021 and newer Bronco with the modular front bumper. If you want better visibility in bad weather and a little more confidence when the road gets dark, this is a really smart lighting upgrade for Broncos that actually get used like a Bronco, so it's definitely worth considering. These yellow LED fog lights are built specifically for Broncos with that modular front bumper, so the fitment side is already handled and the whole point is adding useful lighting right where you need it, right out of the box. Yellow fog lights are a great choice because they can help cut through rain, fog, snow, and dusty conditions better than a harsh white light. That yellow lighting option makes them a really practical upgrade for somebody who daily drives in bad weather or spends time out on the trails and the back roads. They also help improve nighttime visibility in general, so it's not just about style here. It's a real function upgrade that makes the Bronco easier and safer to drive when the conditions are not ideal. The kit comes as a pair with the driver and the passenger side lights, plus the wiring harnesses, so this is a complete setup, and the plug-and-play design makes it especially attractive for someone who wants a clean install without building out a custom fog light project from scratch. And if you stick with me, we'll show you that install just here in a minute. When it comes to the construction on this, you are getting clear polycarbonate lenses on the lights, black ABS housings, and modern LED lighting in weather-sealed assemblies. That's exactly the kind of construction that you're gonna want on a Bronco because it needs to hold up to moisture, dirt, road spray, and the normal abuse that comes with off-roading or rough weather use. Now, as far as the pricing goes on these, they're coming in right in the mid to upper $100 price range. For a complete fog light kit with a pair of yellow LED lights and the harness included, that's a strong value for a lighting upgrade that adds real usability in poor conditions. Now, when it comes to this install process, it's going to get rated a simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter since it's a complete kit and a plug-and-play process. And you can have this process done in just 2 hours of your time. So let's head on out to the shop. We're gonna give you a detailed walkthrough of exactly how this install process goes.
For this install, you will need an impact, a ratchet, a small extension, T40 Torx bit, 8 and 10 millimeter sockets, clip removal tool, wire crimpers, small Phillips head screwdriver, and also not shown here is the inline T-taps included with your kit, or how we did it, T-taps and male spade connectors. All right, today we're going to be installing some fog lights on our Bronco. Now, in order to do that, we're going to have to remove our driver's side headlight. So we're going to send you to watch a quick video on how to remove that, and we'll see you when you get back. First step is going to be to remove our upper radiator shroud here. And to do that, we're going to use our clip removal tool and take out the 9 push pin clips holding it in. Now that all our clips are out, we can go ahead and remove our shroud. Pull it up out of the way here. And set this aside. Next, we can go ahead and remove the 4 10 millimeter bolts holding the upper portion of our grille in place using our 10 millimeter socket on our ratchet. And set those aside. Now that we have our bolts out, we can go ahead and remove our grill, and to do that, we'll simply give it a firm tug and pull it out from its clips and go ahead and set that aside. Now we can remove the bolts for the headlight, and we're going to start down here with this 8 millimeter one. Now it is kind of tough to get to, so we need our 8 millimeter ratcheting wrench, and we're going to go ahead and pull out on this lower trim panel. We're not going to take it all the way out, but it will give us a little bit more room. Go ahead and get our wrench in. Now this one is going to be a slow process. Once you get it loose enough, you should be able to get in, turn it out by hand. That one. Now we can go ahead and remove our upper two 10mm bolts using our 10mm socket and our ratchet. And lastly, we can go ahead and pop our little push pin on the back of our headlight tab out using our clip removal tool. Go ahead and work that in. And then we can go ahead and pull the headlight out. You may need to angle it through here a bit. Now we can go ahead and unplug our main connector from our headlight and go ahead and remove it.
All right, welcome back. Now that we have our headlight and grille out of the way, we're going to remove the 3 T40 Torx screws at the bottom section of the top of our bumper. So we've got our T40 Torx socket on our ratchet, and we'll remove those. Once you have these 3 out, you can do the same thing for the other side. Next, we're going to remove our cover for our tow hook. It's held in by these 4 push clips. You got 2 up here, 2 down bottom. We're going to grab our clip removal tool, pop those clips out, and then remove this plastic cover. Once you have this side out, you can do the same thing on the other side. Next, we're going to get our harness in place. Now we're going to need to tap into our driver's side headlight connectors. We're going to be tapping into the green and orange and the black and green wire. So your 2 wires all through your harness that are going to go to that. They do come pre-stripped. Your kit also comes with inline taps. However, as you can see, we already have T-taps on ours. So we're going to tap into those with male spade connectors. Now these T-taps and the inline taps, they work the same exact way. There's a metal saddle inside of here. You want to wrap this tap or your inline tap around the wire and then crimp it down onto it. That's going to create a connection. Then we'll add our male spade connectors to this side. So we'll install our first one, like so. Then we can take our crimpers. A good crimp on that. I like to give a light tug just to make sure that connection is secure. And we'll do the same thing for our positive wire. Now that we have these on, we'll plug our wires in. So your red wire is going to go to the green and orange wire. And our black wire, our ground, is going to go to the black and green wire. Secure this. Then we can route our harness. Now you have two legs for your harness. The longer one is going to go over to your passenger side. The shorter one is going to stay on the driver's side. You want to tuck this behind your bumper. Tuck this driver's side leg down. Going to have it kind of down and behind because this is where your fog light connectors are going to kind of droop. And then you can do the same thing for the passenger side. Just send it over, put it in the same area. All right, so now we've got our light and our back covered. Now this is gonna cover up your adjusters. If you need to point these up or down, that's what these will do. Set our back cover in place. We're gonna install our 4 provided Phillips head screws with our Phillips head screwdriver. Now we're going to fish our light behind our bumper and get it lined up with the 3 mounting holes from those 3 T40 Torx screws we previously removed. Where you bolt it up, make sure both of your connectors are facing down and are accessible. Then we're going to reinstall our T40 Torx screws. We'll grab our T40 Torx bit and tighten these back down. Once we have this bolted on, we'll plug in our connectors. Tuck your excess wiring back up behind your bumper. Once you have this on, you can do the same thing for the other side. Now we can reinstall our tow hook cover, line up all of our clips, pop that back into place, and reinstall our push clips. And you can do the same thing for the other side. Now we can reinstall our headlights, so we'll plug this back in. Grab our connector. Sure that snaps back into place. We can set our headlight back into place. Now we'll reinstall our 8mm and 2 10mm screws. So we'll install our 8mm first with our 8mm socket, followed by our 2 10mm up top with our 10mm socket. Now we're going to reinstall our trim, line up all of our clips, and we'll get our side sections in place. Now we'll get our side pieces in, pop those back into place, push your fender flare back into position, and lock your tabs back into place. Once you got this side in, you can do the same thing for the other side. Now we'll get our grill back in place, so we'll line up all of our locators, get those in, get it in position, and reinstall our 4 10mm screws up top. Now we'll use our 10mm socket to get our upper mounting screws in place. Now we'll reinstall our camera plug and our washer nozzle connector. Now we'll get our upper shroud back in place. Remember to go underneath your intake ram. Sure that sits flush. And we can reinstall all of our push clips. So we'll get our push clips back in. Once you got your first couple in, you want to do the same thing for the rest of your clips. Alrighty, that about wraps up our review and install of our MP Concepts LED yellow fog light kit for your 21 to current Bronco with modular front bumper. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Bronco, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.